Wanderer. This well is still stuck here.
What's this? The spell? How wonderful! What a joyous surprise! Wanderer, you've saved me. Come near to me and read it. If all goes well, I should be back in Sicil with Wally in no time.
Simply wonderful. The spell, it's working. This well is being willed back to Sicil. Will you visit Wally and I again, oh wisest wanderer? We'd weep with joy to witness your return.
We'll meet again, Wanderer. We will.
Help! The snow's alive! It's crazy!
You disfigured my pride and glory.
Curse this constant snow! There must be some kind of way out of here!
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all
Help!
we can do is
The
wait.
snow's alive and crazy!
You'll pay
Squeal!
for this, you damn rubbish. Let me ride the carrot.
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't
Let me
care?
catch me! No, let me catch
Behind you,
me!
Immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too?
Help! The snow's alive and crazy!
Let me ride the carrot. How dare you attack a warden of the realm? I'll sentence you to death!
Curse this constant snow! There must be some kind of way out of here!
If there is, I'm right behind you.
Infernal
All we
embrace!
can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Better, Jim.
Help! The snow is alive and crazy. Squeal!
How dare you attack a warden of the realm! I'll sentence you to death!
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Venomous sister, attack!
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too? Curse this constant snow. There must be some kind of way out of here.
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close. What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too?
Chill to my bones.
Curse this constant snow. There must be some kind of way out of here.
I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Oh, thank you. That silly old snowball went mad after I started nibbling his carrot. I never can resist the temptation, you know? I'm Hopper, wooer of does, lover of carrots, and devotee of jumps and skips. Up to it. That's my motto. Clever, huh? Nothing much. Only saw him once, and I nearly froze my tail off just looking at the cad. You had better bring some fire and brimstone to the table if you plan on having a hop with that insane icicle. If anyone's responsible for the mayhem around here lately, it's him.
I'm right behind
Let me think. A chasm surrounds the castle, but I know of a spot where it's narrow enough to hop right over. From the look of you, you'll probably end up as a red stain on the chasm floor, should you attempt that jump. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to show you the place I mean. Follow me.
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too?
I'm getting too cold to concentrate.
Et voila! Ta-da! Jump on this one, then that one over there.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
This bleeding realm. Fairy, that is. One or other of the sovereigns always...
So, you're free to trade with us, Chief. Have a gander at my wares, why don't you?
What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice.
What if we're sacrificed too?
I trade my gauntlet.
Asinine heat sack. Infected hog's carcass. You set this rat free, would you? Unleash the pustule Ansiger upon Heiberheim and you, and then retreat back to your teeming swamp. This particular tuber is hated first and foremost among all others. He has been remembered in song and in story as the foulest abomination the womb of Heiberheim ever has or will produce. The Scarmanziger was a guard of the royal treasure before the days of our great Boreas. And he set his cursed eye upon the winter ring of the king, the symbol of his majesty's power. The fiend broke his oath of fealty to the crown and kingdom and stole into the room, snatching the ring and fleeing into the night. The king blamed his longtime rival for the theft, and a terrible war ensued. A war that decimated Heiberheim in landscape, population, and spirit. Meanwhile, the rot-hearted Ansiger hid his crime and allowed the war to rage in the name of saving his own slimy yellow belly. Has he come forward? Thousands of lives would have certainly been spared. When the truth came out at last, it was too late to reverse what damage had been done. But not too late to enact the highest price upon the Archfiend's head. An eternity of ice.
We can't well let them shut up the one soul who might help us get into the king's treasure room.
He sounds like the sort of useful coward I'd like to have owe us a favor.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape. We'll snap your arms like twigs before we'll see that slime set free.
Feel the dragon's claw! It's so cold here! Venomous Sister, attack!
like a snowdrop on the first day of spring. Tell me, friend of mine, do I look as pretty as a winter flower? Wait, before you answer, I believe thanks are in order. You're lucky I saved your hide from those abominable snowmen. Oh, only everything. You'll find plenty of chests bursting with gold and relics in there. But the real treasure is hidden away from unworthy eyes. If they stuck the winter ring back where I snagged it from, I can tell you exactly how I did it. That'll teach those snowflakes. You'll need one of King Scardy's talismans. Each of us royal guards were once granted one, but they were all destroyed after my escapade. All but one, for otherwise the ring would remain inaccessible. Where that talisman is hidden now, though, I cannot say, but surely you inquisitive types can sniff it out. Once you have it, make sure you wear it close to your heart and head for the treasure room. Stand proud, right smack dab in the middle, where you can see hills of gold stretching beneath your very feet. Be patient, and soon the ring will be yours to grab. Oh, that little command. Speak. Well, I've got to admit, it's quite a bit more blizzardy around here than I remember. But there seem to be significantly fewer bloody battlefields strewn about. Come to think of it, I reckon things do feel a little funny, though. I kind of feel like bashing in a fire elemental's thick skull while his wife and children watch. Is that normal? If you're satisfied, I'll make haste out of here. The last thing I need is another set of fat snowmen on my trail. Then I reckon this is farewell. Thanks for busting me out of that icicle, by the by. I'd say I owe you one, but I haven't got plans to run into you again.
These elemental fiends. How did we imps ever offend fire or earth?
Shield me! I am powerless to protect myself!
Damn these elemental fiends! How did we imps ever offend fire or earth? What shall I do now that you are dead? All alone.
It's so cold here!
What shall I do now that you are dead? All alone.
Need to warm up.
Damn these elemental fiends! How did we imps ever offend fire or earth? Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life. So, you have tracked me down, have you? The last hour of Act 6 strikes. He is to be undone by the devils that call themselves Immaculates. Immaculate, even though they are so very violently flawed of mind and soul. Go on, do it. I have no fight left in me. You haven't my brutal death on your mind? Could it be I finally meet some sanity in this twisted realm of fairy? By all means, let us converse then, and behave like civilized beings. Things of nightmare human. They came here, your kind, because they were promised a special stone by the king of this land. We served him loyally, our sovereign, the great Boreas, but he betrayed us. We were surrendered to the Immaculates so that they could slaughter us and fuel the stone with our blood. For what unholy purpose, I do not know. Some of us rebelled and ran, of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. We were able to fight off and even kill a couple of our pursuers. But now, I fear I am the last one left. You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords in the frightful dimension of Nemesis centuries ago. After long and arduous travels through untold earths, some of us ended up here in the land of fairy. Boreas, not yet king at the time, welcomed us because he had heard of our reputation as master builders. So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery he desired, and in return, we were given a new home. But we mistook his ambition for kindness. In blood did we pay for our gullibility. So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me. We barely managed to escape the knives of the Immaculates, only to be waylaid by elementals gone haywire. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. But the fact remains, I am the only one alive to tell the tale. It's all King Boreas' doing. It must be. He is the one who unleashed this storm, and he is the one behind all this elemental madness. You have the staff. But that means you must have killed Boreas. Just what that fat snow cone had coming to him. You want to destroy it, you say? Free the elementals inside, yes? It is rather simple, really. That which was made in the elemental forge can be destroyed in the elemental forge. That is where you should go. I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. But when they poured blood over it, the stone seemed to soak it up with a greedy thirst indeed. It's like it became alive. It teemed with energy, like looking into the eye of a dragon. She smiled her wicked smile, the leader of the Immaculates. That woman is truly evil. She delights in slaughter and rivers of blood. It is located in the Fire Temple, where my poor brethren were massacred, and the very place where we imps created many of the traps that litter this realm. Perhaps you met with some of our handiwork, the rats and the roosters, inventive creations. Wouldn't you agree? The only way to get in that I know of is through the front gate, but it's unlikely you'll find it open. The Immaculates and Boreas have formed an alliance, though. Maybe they've been given a key. You should have seen this land before Boreas seized power. Each and every season passed with utmost splendor. But now, there is only winter and snowstorms. The very elements have lost their minds, have come to life in terrible forms to battle one another. The land of fairy, where fairies dwell no more. Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life. What shall I do now that you are dead? All alone. Gods, protect me from the Immaculates. They must be near. Gods, protect me. God, protect me from the Immaculates. They must be near. From the Immaculates. They must be near.
I feel better already! I feel better already!
On the mend! Back on my feet again! A stitch in time, eh, my friends? I needed that.
I avenge you, my former